Gasp. That means the Smiling Friends will be owned by Satan.
The boss finds love? Yes, we are introduced immediately to the 5th Smiling Friends member, Jumbo. Gotta love Jumbo. He goes, but yeah, he's the 5th Smiling Friend. Of course, we've never had another one before. He's the official 5th Smiling Friend. I can't even say it without laughing. You know the joke by now. And then this also opens with Charlie harassing Pim while being drunk, violently kind of threatening him. He just wanted to show him a cool knife trick from the knife he bought from Jumbo for like $500 or whatever it was. And then we get ass again in the opening because the boss is getting married. Actually, let me just take in all this real quick because I'm skimming through it. I'm accidentally trying to speed run this, and I'm not. Gotta take this all in. So I'm like, what do I appreciate about this episode? The boss is getting married. Charlie got drunk and is drunkenly, violently threatening Pim. Poor boy. We've unfortunately, we've all been there, right? We've all been in that situation, right? No? Oh. Okay then. But yes, the opening is the boss finding love with a demon named Brittany. And the joke is that she is Blender style animated, again with the claymation looking animation style. But she is just voiced like a basic white girl. And I love that. This episode had the funniest concept to me, and I loved it. And for the longest while, I couldn't place my finger on why I loved this episode. Until I realized it's funny, it's creepy, it's visually artistic while also being creepy. It wasn't until I looked hard enough at her character design and noticed what was going on, and I was like, I think I love this episode so much because it kind of reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, thank you. You are so sweet.
All right, we're gonna go home and celebrate our honeymoon. See you later.
And I think that for whatever reason gives me nostalgia, like a warm nostalgia, even though that's something that shouldn't give you this kind of nostalgia. But it's what it feels like to me. So I appreciate this episode for that. It feels like we've got something along those lines again. Because Courage is unfortunately a relic of the past. But if you would love me to talk about Courage the Cowardly Dog, I would love to do that. I actually was going to start off doing cartoons on the channel with Courage the Cowardly Dog back in October. And I unfortunately just didn't plan ahead enough of time. So I missed it. But now I can do it whenever I want. And this episode's biggest thing is this episode had jump scares. And I don't know what the audio balancing is like again, because like I said originally in the first video that season 2 had issues on TV that weren't apparent on Max. And now I've been kind of hearing it in and out, kind of dropping and having issues maybe with the audio, but it may just be the actual leveling of the episode. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I think I didn't notice it at all. Sometimes I noticed it a little bit, but it'll never be as bad as the TV airings. This episode also has that creepy doll that I don't know if it was a fake video. It was a viral video for a while. And this episode's great because it has the nostalgia critic as Daniel the Demon Slayer. All they have to do is kill the demon on the night of a full moon, because they find out that the boss's wife is actually the daughter of Satan, which again is another callback to season 1. More continuity, and that's what we like. We like continuity that doesn't have to be forced. It can be fun. If you touch on something that's been explored, you can always open the book back up and say, hey, we've talked about this. How does it affect our current situation? That's all you have to do. You don't have to rewrite an entire episode. You had Satan and then you have the daughter of Satan. Just make it connected. I just love that they got the Nostalgia Critic to just basically make a video. And also the funny joke that the ad is like 8 minutes of the video. The video itself is only like 10 seconds long. I love that. Oh, and this whole episode has jump scares. That's the big thing about it. That's it. Bunch of jump scares. I didn't particularly care for that aspect. But then we come across the spooky mansion. I don't actually pay attention to this when I'm watching it, but the way it's boarded or drawn, or however you go about describing the actual backgrounds, are beautifully made, beautifully crafted. I love the look of this scene, look of the mansion, I don't really look at it at this scene because I'm paying attention to the comedy, to the suspense, that I never actually looked at it. And now that I'm looking at it, it's beautiful. The long, narrowing, turning hallway. And I forget what is Charlie's outfit. It's like a Van Helsing. He's dressed up in a Van Helsing outfit. And yeah, he's just, Brittany's just sucking the soul out of the boss as they sleep in a bed. That feels kind of like it's probably saying something. I'm not going to unpack all that, but maybe this is a commentary on people and relationships. I don't know. I don't think I have to take a message out of every episode, but if I see parallels or see anything, then I can acknowledge that. Oh yeah, and then we get the reveal that Jumbo sold Charlie a fake knife. And then they have to tell Brittany that they are trying to kill her because they have to. And then she says she's misunderstood, even though she is just trying to suck the boss's life out and take over the business and give it to Satan. And she says she did do all that, but they didn't have to be nasty about it. And that shit makes me laugh so much. Because then she throws herself out the window in a panic. And that's it. And then she's dead. Glep spits on her because he hates gardening. Glep hates gardening, and that's lore and canon and very important to the story. Oh yeah, and then Charlie has to wake up the boss with a kiss of true love, as every noble story happens, or it happens in every noble story. And then the boss is just goofing. He's naked and goofing. And then he got the soul sucked right out of his asshole.
But all jokes aside, thanks for breaking me out of that curse.
Last thing I remember, she was sucking the soul right out of my asshole.
Out of your asshole?
Oh, and by the way...
And that's it. Charlie laughs at everyone when they get jump scared, except he has a heart condition, or as he so claims. And then the boss sings us out with a beautiful melody, which seems to be a rendition of something a politician sang about her daughters. I don't know, it's weird. It actually exists though. It is a real reference.
I know two girls that I just adore. I'm so happy I can see them more. 'Cause we travel on the bus all day, we get to play. I won't bore you with any more of the song.
And happy Halloween. That's how we end. That's the Halloween episode, episode 4. The boss finds love. I will say right here, I love the boss finds love. It is a beautiful episode about finding love. And the post-credit scene brings back Satan and Mr. Boss fighting about the property line in hell as he inherited it when Brittany dies, since they were married. And we get spooky, scary skeletons in the credits. I can't read all the in-loving memories or memoriams. It was nice to have Satan back. Didn't think I'd say that. Didn't think I'd say that today.